pleasure here now, and I'm making this video about the favoritism that is present and the biased stuff that the commentators say and the biased stuff that people that are cheering for the team in the crowd and people saying weird stuff in the chat. Like, there's one thing to cheer for a team. I don't go against cheering a team, but when you're telling on a cardboard board, right, saying that Russia go home, Donk, you get fucked, or saying things that GL has made, saying that he's going to win against them, like these kind of quotes. This is unsportsmanlike, in my opinion. Every one of you guys are going to be with different opinions, but what really gets to me is that how can commentators in ESL or of any sports allowed to favor other teams over some other team? They have to be neutral. This is not how commenting works in CS or other sports that are around in this world. This is disgusting, and I'll make clips of disgusting moments that I've noticed to prove my point that favorism is very bad in this, and that the way people are acting and the way people are saying stuff, it's rude, it's unnecessary to put politics into the game, because they might not talk politically about this, about the war and stuff. They might keep this like very away, but I can see where Polish people are coming from. They like Navi. Navi is a country that, or not a country, it's a team essentially. No, sorry guys. Poland is a country that supports Navi, that's what I wanted to say. And I can totally understand that. But when it comes to politics, where it comes to nationalism, where it comes to saying that Team Spirit is a shit team and Navi is like at its top, it's too much. And commentators are favoring teams, which is not allowed, generally speaking, which might not be the rule for ESL, but it is what it is. And yeah, we'll get straight into the video, and I'll be posting clips. And congratulations for Team Spirit to win against Navi. I was going for Team Spirit personally, and I hope that Team Spirit is going to win against Vitality. Let's get into the video.
That's a kid who just won't quit. And he is back at home here in the Spodek. Sending it, top of middle. Break on the smoke, Donk gets out. No punish for Navi.
Now, this is a part where when I was mentioning favorism, in a way, I understand that they're supporters, they're good, they have a right to go for Navi. And, during the whole, if you notice, you can watch this is going to be posted in a history, so if you guys want to re-watch the whole live stream if you didn't watch, this whole favorism just proves my point that the teams, I've never heard once someone scream Team Spirit, everyone's just screaming, Navi! 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 That's all they're doing. They're cheering for one team. This proves biased behavior from the players. Now, let's move on to the science that they've been using, and yeah. So now, this is going to be a show where people are using cardboard titles, where they put them stuff against Team Spirit, and it's not nice. And yeah, let's have a look into it right now.
Still a lot more rounds to be played, so it's a big risk. The Blade knows.
Like, as for instance, you can see here, some guy have drawn a Navi. I can understand that support, but they draw Pac-Man, and it eats Team Spirit, and then Team Spirit turns into rats. I don't understand why do this. I understand why put Navi as a support, but why just degrade the team's mentality, even though it hasn't worked. As y'all can see that they have won. Let's watch forward right now.
They don't fix this right now.
I understand this. Nothing against the person having a victory. Understandable.
Can run away on the T side.
I mean, Blade knows that this round decides so much.
So, yeah, this is disgusting. when people are talking about other teams and talking shit about that team when they know exactly that this team is good. They're not fucking Mongols where they're gonna lose like they lost against Navi when they played Ancient. This is a whole different fucking team. If you expect Team Spirit to fall very easily, like Mongols did against Navi when they played on Ancient and Mirage, I think. This is weird. This is disgusting. And yeah. So there's another part of the clip that I found during the semifinals, and y'all need to understand where the favoritism comes from in the fans, or at least this is another proof that I found saying that the Polish crowd was just too fucking. I can't say racist because this is not race, but too nationalistic in my opinion, and this is not fun because, as you can see right now,
they lose the silliest round, and then they come through with an eco and an orb, and they run over Na'Vi with a clutch.
as you probably didn't understand what happened there, basically he got happy. Chopper got happy that the round was won by Team Spirit during the clutch that Shiro was in. He started moving his hand, like I can understand, like you're happy that you won the round, you want to get some cheer from the crowd. But the crowd just started booing the shit out of the Team Spirit, and I just don't understand why. Maybe say let's go someone, like why are you booing a team that is winning? Because this is like a bandwagon right now. Most of the teams that are losing, they lose interest on supporting the team and they go to another. So this is what the time that I'm saying right now, like back in the day, like not like back in the day, like CS:GO time, ESL gameplay. Like if the team was losing, and I'm not talking about Russian teams playing. Even back then, like Russian teams, even they started cheering. Like they would cheer for the team that's winning, and then when they started losing, they stopped cheering for them. Like they just completely stopped cheering for them, and they started cheering the team that is winning. Technically, that was back in CS:GO, and there was like Russian team playing against Ukrainian team, and then they started supporting the Russian team winning. Now, right now, they hate Russia. They just hate these people that are from Russia. They're using nationalism in the game. There's politics involved at a certain degree. Even if they're not really mentioning the politics in this, there is still understanding that these people that are the crowds, the supporters, Edward Comas supporters, haters more likely, they're not even like cheering the guy that's just trying to bring up a hype, raising hands. They're just booing the shit out of the team that is winning. He wasn't trying to feed his ego, he just wanted to show his happiness towards the Shiro winning the round. And this is disgusting from the crowd to boo the team because this is not no longer supporters, they're haters. And I don't care that they're supporting Navi. They're picking Navi because of the whole political situation that is happening, which has nothing to do with the CS gameplay. Let's keep watching. So there's another part that I have found during the live stream that we were watching, how now we're just playing against Team Spirit, and let's get into it right now.
I win the first clutch, but when the rifles are out, Bit will prevail. Anchor of the year shows it in a post plant, sat back on Van and holding his own.
Nothing against this. Bit is known as a person that headshots all the time. And this is where this comes from. This, nothing against this. This, I don't know, either you're a supporter or a hater, but putting a graveyard to rip, saying rest in peace, Team Spirit, is not okay. There's one thing to have a logo of Navi and support Navi because you're a supporter, you're a fan, but there's another thing to be biased between the two teams and saying that one team is worse than the other when the other team is losing. That doesn't matter, but this is not okay. Like, this is just not okay. And this support or hater thing will always be a thing and will always stay like this. But it's just How is this even allowed? Like, at this point, you know, like support is allowed, but how is downgrading a team ever all right? By booing them and having this up in front of them that probably they can see this, unless their vision is bad. But this is not what gets me. This is not what gets me. This is understandable. This part is understandable. I do not mind saying Navi win. Totally not bad. What is this I'm saying? So Kevis are cancelled. And then they cross, and as I can see is Team Spirit being fucking crossed out of the page. Spirit, go home. As you can see close. I think this is going to be zoomed in.
Navi, don't wait.
So some guy is holding Spirit, go home. Hater moment. Navi, take my energy. Totally understandable. There's nothing against this support. But when a person holds this shit, and y'all need to understand this is unsportsmanlike. You know, you do not hold a sign degrading other teams. It's just not how you do it. You don't boo other teams if they're happy that they're winning. You cheer for the team that you support. And it is what it is. Let's move on to another clip. And as I said, I'm finished with the other clip. I also stumble upon this whole fucking crowd saying "leżeć," which means lay down. Dunk off. Fuck 50-50. I don't know what they're saying. Spirit, totally understandable. Do the supporting Spirit.
A lot of those
Team Spirit, person supporting Team Spirit. Nothing against that. None of the Spirit fans are downgrading Navi fans. None of them are saying Navi are shit. Navi are shit. Navi has a shit wonderful or Wonderbot. They're not saying this. They're just supporting a team. And then I see this piece of shit hold up a note saying "leżeć, dunk off." KO.
this evening.
Understandable. Donk number one. Might be a bit of bias here, but he's not downgrading the whole fucking team. Donk champion. GL from Timu. Now, this is also bad. They're just being rude to the GL player. This is also not good. But all of this, like, where we cross out names, this is just a joke. Like, I would not even say that this is bad. Like, they're not saying, go home, GL, go home, you're shit at the game, GL bot. This is just disgusting.
An instant Spirit time.
Easy win for Navi, understandable. And I believe that this photo, I've seen it somewhere, there's a guy shitting out Team Spirit. Also disgusting. Understandable, understandable, understandable. And GL,
getting on the back of that.
a bit of a joke, nothing rude.
Two very strong coaches behind both teams this evening.
See, I'll probably zoom in maybe. Yeah, no. Basically, then at some time it'll be zoomed in. It shows a guy shitting out Team Spirit logo, which is just showing how crowd is very biased, very rude, and very vulgar to Team Spirit for no reason. Just possibly because they're Russians and Polish people are known for not liking Russians. But it's a sport, it's a game. It doesn't have to go into political, but people will make anything political. And the fans are the ones that are responsible for this political propaganda that they're trying to spread. And because Team Spirit is a Russian team, and they quite frankly don't like the teams. Let's move on to another clip. Now, I have found another clip here, and Donk has done an amazing shot. I want to even show you the replay of this, because this is something that I cherish.
Of a corner in the early stages of this semi-final. Nades onto ramp, Chopper, that's good timing, going to do a lot of damage, makes life real easy for his A-side players as Donk farms.
So, Donk does an amazing highlight. He kills two people instantly with headshots. Beautiful shots. And also, let's say thank you to Shiro and other people that have tried to win this round, and they won at the end. Now,
Yeah, going back to talking about the match.
my point now, going to factual stuff that I've wanting to mention.
Mention they've had troubles when they need this map. I think this is one of those times they need it really bad.
So they have DHL, understandable, just DHL. Donk,
Badly
hopefully
right now, because while I can see a
lose.
world where,
like, none of the people who were supporting, as I'm like looking like closely, none of the people that are cheering for Team Spirit are saying anything bad about Navi. Nothing. Only like one funny joke was made about GL, which was not even that fucking rude, to be honest. They just wrote Joe Lewis or something in the paper. Nothing against them. But like, the Navi fans are just very vulgar, and I can understand that half of the people on the stage are Polish and half of the other stage is also Ukrainian, because a lot of Ukrainians are in Poland, and they just simply do not like Russian teams. And politics are really, really pushed into the system. And yeah, very disgusting. I do not like this at all. I really don't. And Team Spirit just proved the Navi fans that they're just simply better than Navi. And I'm happy. Because it's one thing to say, and it's the other thing to do. So let's move to another one. Now, this will probably be my last clip for showing how the supporters are rude towards Team Spirit. And then they write certain stuff like Dong Hu. Today, Smash. Spirit. Something. I cannot say bot Team Spirit. I don't know. Let's see something else.
Navi, we know how strong they are mentally. This is a team that even when they lose the
Spirit go home that we saw already. My heart is like a train. A lot of
craziest
bugs.
rounds, they can come back in and just take the most
A donk, easy Kong.
decisive victory. Got a very good mentor on this roster.
Donk.
But
hey, shit! Happy birthday, dude! My way to celebrate 30th birthday. Happy belated or happy birthday in the future.
Sure, there's other factors playing in to this game as well. Just knowing
door
how
stuck.
one-sided it
the door is stuck.
Is how hard you had to graft to even take Team Spirit.
I found something, and it was sneaking behind this whole fucking thing. Ban Russia. This is the politics that I was talking about this whole time. And this is not the first one I see. Ban Russia. It's like, go home Spirit is like to say, go home Russia. And then this guy comes up. Ban fucking Russia. Fucking amazing when politics are brought into the games and into sport, and people simply try to show hate towards Russian people, which is not a way. We all bleed the same blood. You cannot, like, be racist. You cannot be nationalist to any other people. They're the same as you, man. Like, dude.
Spirits of 3 maps. But a full eco win like that early in the game will have its consequences.
So yeah, no, as I was mentioning, this is where politics, and I did say on the last part of the video that the politics are not really shown and the crowd is hating, but I found a poster that said ban Russia, and this is just atrocious. That people are saying this stuff, they're bringing politics into the game, and yeah, it is what it is, and favoritism in players is understandable because they're fans. They don't want Team Spirit to win, that is understandable. But none of the fans, as you can see in the clips that I've showed, are saying, fuck Navi, fuck GL, fuck everyone in the roster, they're all shit at the game. None of them said that. And then you come and you stumble upon people that are Navi fans, and then they say ban Russia, get Donk out of here, Team Spirit go home, and booing the fucking players because they won the round, they got happy and they just wanted people to clap. Like the famous moment when Kerrigan claps in front of the crowd and then they start clapping for FaZe. So yeah, politics are also playing a very high role with the fans, and very, very bad. So now I found a clip where even Zontix is talking about the crowd cheering for Navi, and even the commentator in this one actually sees this happening, and we're gonna dive into what Zontix is gonna say about this whole situation. And this is what I'm trying to prove is that the Navi players are trying to destroy Team Spirit's mentality into winning to losing, and yeah, let's just watch what Zontix has to say about this.
I'm with Zontix right now. Zontix, that was some second map. In your words, talk me through it.
Yeah, game against Natos Windsor on LAN, it's always interesting and almost always close games. It was very tough.
I think just a word about this. Obviously, you're playing here. The audience has been very one-sided.
Yeah, even the commentator here says that the audience is being very one-sided. And I've seen this. It's like, it has always been like this, but it's worse right now that the Russian team is playing against the Ukrainian and Lithuanian and one guy's from Finland. For them, like for Russian people, it's worse for them because people are not cheering them as much. They're not supporting the team. And let's keep watching this actually. Yeah, no, this is like what video I'm trying to make and what I'm trying to prove. It's a very one-sided, as the commentator here has mentioned.
How has that made you and the rest of the Spirit team feel? How has it affected you?
To be honest, it works both sides because when you cheer for Navi, for example, they have a pressure, and when they start losing rounds, it's more pressure on them and easier for us. So to be honest, it doesn't really matter. It works both sides.
They beat you in the group stages.
So even like them cheering and not cheering for the team, it came for an advantage to Team Spirit. And these people are very chill about rounds because they're not put under pressure. They're not put into expectations from people that are watching, so it comes to their advantage. And they didn't succeed anything. The people that were supporting, the supporters did not succeed anything. Navi still lost. And here, yeah, as you can see, Alex CB is crying.
How much did you want to get even to prove that you do have
nothing
a
to go
besting
against
of them?
the players. The players are good. They're good people. But the supporters, they're very bad.
To be honest, we choked in group stage because we lost anti-force and we lost like 11-7, I think. And I thought like we are not playing our best game, but we still should have won. And I thought, and my teammates as well thought that, you know, if we will play with our game, we will win them. But you know, we have to be focused on what problems we have. We have to be focused really on our game because when we are not inside the game, when we're thinking about something outside, it's always terrible against teams like Navi, Vitality, FaZe, against the best teams. You're getting stomped if you're not concentrated enough.
Just one final question. A word for Vitality tomorrow. Grand final. You want to go back to back. What do you want to say?
So yeah, no, even like the commentator is like saying that the whole crowd is just pressuring and saying shit about the team. And I'm not talking about the carry board right now. The carry board is also the pressure point that they are probably seeing what they're writing. I don't think they see it because the crowd is pretty far away. But those who are in front of them who put up a cardboard board with a title and saying that Russia go home, Russia should be banned, Team Spirit, and then the guy shitting out the logo. It's completely biased and it's completely favorism, and yeah. So it is what it is, and it didn't stop Team Spirit from winning the game, and I'm glad that it's the result. So in conclusion to end the video, I know I've mentioned that I was gonna post the favoritism coming from the commentators. I've carefully rewatched. Yes, there might be a bit of favoritism coming from them when they were talking strategically what Navi should do to win the game, and I've never once mentioned how Team Spirit and what they should do in order to win. So there was a bit of a favorism, but not as much as I saw at the last like moment. Like I haven't watched the whole thing like to the end, like till it the stream ended. I watched till they won, and then I just watched how the commentator actually admits the fact that the pressure point was trying to be put into Team Spirit for them to lose. And I'm pretty happy that there is commentators that are trying to be neutral. And I'm not saying anything against the two commentators that were commenting in the game. They're good people. And yeah, they're actually like I've rewatched it like carefully, like I full on listened to every detail. Might have been a bit of a tactical favoritism, but apart from that, they stay neutral. Props to them. But the crowd, it's a whole different fucking breed. I'm sorry if my hair looks messed up. It's almost 10 p.m. and I did go to shower today in the morning, so I forgot to comb my hair. It's a bit messy. So next time you will see me stream, my hair is it's gonna be clean. It's not gonna be as messy and all over the fucking place. I just wanted to make a video because simply I wanted to point out what I wanted to prove, to say that it's disgusting when the crowd is being full on nationalistic and racist towards players. And it's not supposed to be like that. And the game itself should be more into a gaming part of the aspect. And it should not be political in any circumstances. In any circumstances. This is not a political website. This is not news. Everything should be kept into only gaming, and cheering is allowed, but to a certain extent. And rudeness will always be around there, and it'll never go away. And whatever they write, they just ended up losing their aura at some point. I don't think at the end of the day they hate it, but I bet if there was, for instance, FaZe playing, and if FaZe were putting their hands up and they were clapping and they were getting happy, that none of the crowd would boo them, because there'd be a lot of crowds that are FaZe as well. Like there'll be 50-50 because a lot of people go for FaZe and a lot of people go for Navi. So it'd be equal. But because people are saying that Russian players are better than the other players, they start booing the shit out of them, and at the end of the day, they've proved the whole crowd wrong because they are good. They're not bad. Team Spirit should not be downgraded like this, because any moment of any time of this gameplay, they can start fucking them up. And I might be biased here, but like even the fans that were cheering for Team Spirit have not once, like I was showing all the parts where they were showing almost all parts I've showed where the camera was showing all the boards that people have put up, and Team Spirit has not once said anything bad about Navi. Nothing. So this is it, and thank you for watching the video. This was Real Life Plays with Cheer here, and have a nice evening. And like I said, I'm gonna have to look after my hair and comb it and make it not look messy. See you in a bit, guys.